I put these decorations out on the lawn at Christmas. This time I thought I'd be a little more ambitious.
It's a wonderful red-green Christmas! And now here he is, the corpulent, fuzzy guy who comes off your roof. My uncle, your hero, Stin Hero, red-green! All right.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. And all the best of the holiday season to each and every one of you. This is our very first Christmas special. I'd like to apologize, first of all, for being so crass as to take advantage of the whole Christmas thing, and I'd also like to apologize for taking so darn long to think of it.
You know, Uncle Ray, I really don't think you have to apologize for being insensitive. People have come to expect that of you by now.
I'm sure you know my nephew Harold, or as his parents call him, the ghost of Christmas past.
I just think it's so cool. It's so cool. We're getting like a Christmas special. It's so cool. Not a lot of outdoor shows get a Christmas special.
No, that's right. No. You know, the Sports Network did a couple. Trolling for Presents. And the other one was Frosty the Cold One.
Well, we're not here to talk about other people's mistakes. We've got lots of our own to show.
That's right. So you just sit back and lower your standards. You'll have a happier Christmas, and it'll make this a better show.
It's time to play the Possum Lodge word game, and today Mr. Mike Hammer gets to play for the opportunity to go to France. Yes! All expenses are paid. All you have to do is stick out your thumb. Oh, I know what you're thinking. And yes, the return ticket is included. All right, Mr. Hammer. Uncle Red, you have 30 seconds to get Mr. Hammer to say this word. Giving. Giving.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, go.
All right, Mike, this is something people do at Christmas.
Argue?
No. This is a happy thing, but people do it till it hurts.
Oh, eat.
No. Okay, Mike, this is better than just getting.
Getting away?
Okay, no. You know, they have a saying, Christmas is the season for...
Lighter sentences.
Okay, Mike. You wrap something up and you give it to somebody. What's that called?
Selling narcotics.
No, and it's almost out of time, Uncle Red.
All right, I know. There's an expression, okay? Love is the gift that keeps on...
Requiring medication. My cellmate proved that. He was a very giving person.
There we go. Christmas is, at least where I come from, snow. Apparently, the Inuit people now had 23 different words for snow. They've invented names for every kind of snow you got. They got building snow, drifting snow, first snow, salty snow, watery snow, even something called beating snow. This got me wondering, how many names for snow do I know? Let's see, there's packing snow, powder snow, slush, sleet, black ice, flurries, whiteouts, dumped on, buried, and boy, it's really coming down. Then there's, it's like a skating rink out there. I don't think I better head out in this mess. Have you got a spare bed and another eggnog handy? Type of snow. Okay, that's only 11 names for snow. I got plenty more, but I can't say them on television. Even in Inuit language. This is the repair shop part of the show we call If It Ain't Broke, You're Not Trying. Joining us today, we got Hap Shaughnessy. What do you got for us there, Hap?
There's my Christmas lights, Red.
Oh, boy, is this an untangle job, or is this find that one darn bulb that's burned out job? Because they're both killers.
No, neither. The rat chewed the plug off.
You don't know how to put a plug on a piece of wire, huh?
Yeah, but every time I try it, the rat bites me.
Ow!
Yeah.
Oh. Come on, Hap. He's still in there. That's the main problem. Geez, he's really hanging on there. You may have to do without Christmas lights, huh?
No, can't do that. Gotta hang the lights. I invented them.
You invented Christmas lights?
Yeah. I only tried to save my platoon. On Christmas Day, we were surrounded, out of ammo, and our sergeant, Sergeant Pepper, he wanted to surrender, but we were holed up in a light bulb factory. So I got this idea of stringing a whole lot of bulbs together, you see, and then plugging them in and out real quick. Flash, flash, flash. And from a distance, it looked as though that was the flash of rifles firing. Well, I kept flashing the lights. The Germans stayed away. And the very next day, General Montgomery decided to give me the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Now that's incredible. A Canadian soldier getting an American medal from a British general. Christmas is white snow on the trees, and people decorate their stuff with Christmas things, and your breath is, well, you can see it, so it's cold, you know what I mean. Look, okay, I guess this isn't very poetic, but sometimes it's good just to give out facts about Christmas without embellishment. Just even point form things that are related to Christmas, like trees and presents and snowmen. Older people need this straightforward kind of approach so they understand what's going on around them. It's also good for people who aren't familiar with Christmas, like the Australians. They just want to know the facts. If you want the facts, come to me. If you want poetry, read a bumper sticker.
You know what I hate about Christmas time even more than fruitcake? Nothing. I hate fruitcake. I can't. It's stuck in your teeth, like doing that to like Groundhog Day or something. But a close second would be like waiting for Christmas Day to come, right? Because I love Christmas and it takes so long. Like, for instance, I wish like today was tomorrow because then I'd be like one day closer to Christmas. But it's not gonna happen because I gotta wait for today to end and that's gonna be tomorrow sometime, so I've missed it. So what you gotta do is effectively come up with ways to kill time prior to Christmas actually arriving. So each year what I do is I create a red and green... Red and green, I said! I didn't even notice that before. That's so cool. What I do is I make this a red and green paper chain reindeer days left wall-mounted calendar. And all you have to do is every day that it gets closer to Christmas, you just, tear off a link. La la, like that, you see? And now you've effectively killed like 2 seconds, right? Gone, 2 seconds, where'd it go? I don't know, it's gone. So now all I gotta do is wait like 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds before I can tear off another one, kill some more time. Just tear it right off like that. I tore off tomorrow's. I'm gonna have nothing to do tomorrow! You know what? I could effectively kill time by putting it all back together. You see, that's how I'll effectively kill time for the next little while. And you know what's really interesting about all this? Is none of this would even matter if I had a girlfriend.
Mama's in the kitchen, butter in the hob. Daddy's in the study, feeding brandy to the dog. Grandma and her boyfriend are sleeping kinda late. Auntie's in the pantry, putting on some weight. Oh, I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
Merry Christmas and welcome to the expert portion of the show. This is that part of the show where we like to examine those 3 little words that men find so hard to say.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're the ones, exactly. Okay, joining me, Uncle Red, in the expert portion of the show today are, wow, 2 experts in the, okay, Mr. Mike Hammer and Mr. Dalton Humphrey. Wow, that's great. 3 whole experts. Not quite the 3 wise men, but...
Well, at least we still got the expectant virgin.
Today's letter goes as follows. I am 8 years old, and a lot of my friends have recently told me there is no such thing as a Santa Claus. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus?
Is there a Santa Claus? I mean, what kind of question is that? I mean, you might as well ask, does Moose Thompson exist?
Or if Mr. Green's wife Bernice exists.
Well, Bernice better exist. Otherwise, I'm letting her parents visit for no good reason.
Well, it'd be a terrible world to live in without Santa Claus.
Well, you know, I think this letter addresses a good point. I never got any presents from Santa when I was a kid, you know, so maybe he doesn't exist.
Well, Mike, you're a rotten kid. You know. That's why Santa didn't bring any presents.
You stole my bicycle.
Well, how do you know it was me?
Because you used to ride back and forth in front of my house, riding it and waving and laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to answer our viewer there, I'd just like to say that Harold here exists, so Santa Claus must exist, otherwise life isn't fair. I'll tell you, Santa Claus exists as surely as Possum Lodge exists.
I know sometimes it's hard to believe in a chubby guy with a beard, but you'll get used to it.
Christmas is, I guess, sharing. Giving something of yourself. Sharing a gift, sharing a meal, sharing some good cheer, maybe even sharing some bad wine. Now, the real intention was probably to share with those less fortunate than me, but those people are always insulted that I think I'm more fortunate than them, or fortunate at all. So I guess Christmas is the time of year when we feed and invite into our homes people who really don't need to be fed and have homes of their own. At least that's what I do. I just focus my generosity on friends and family. That way, there's a better chance of a payback, or as I call it, sharing. Yeah, I do a Christmas countdown thing. It's important to me when Christmas is, because the beer stores are closed. But I don't like the thing that Harold did the moose with the links and all that stuff. I'm more of a handyman than a crafty goof. I like the idea of the chain links, though, but I say, let's use a real chain. Sure, maybe it's heavy and it's oily and dirty and so on, but you don't have to make it. It's already there. You just hang that up on the wall, and then you get your bolt cutter, and every time a day goes by, you just I'm finished having my family. All right, well, you get the idea on that. You know, when you go with a heavier chain, maybe it'd be better to just kind of let a few days go by. Yeah, that's enough. Say you let 4 days go by, then you just cut that link. And then all the days, that's what to do. Just cut every 4 days. Or, you know what you could do is just hang it up and wait for all the days to go by. Then on Christmas morning, first thing you do, take the chain down. That's the handyman way. It was the night before Christmas, when all around the lodge, not a vehicle was stirring, not even my Dodge.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that they'd stink less if they'd gotten some air.
The lodge members were nestled, collapsed in their beds, while visions of hangovers stomped on their heads.
I want to talk to you young people out there about one of the most important elements of Christmas, the gifts. And I'm not talking about the gifts you get. I'm talking about the ones you're supposed to give, okay? Like, you know, if you're on a limited budget like the way I am, you know how difficult it is to spread the amount of money that you actually have to the amount of people who are on your list, right? Yeah? That's hard. And plus, here's a quandary for you. How are you going to know to spend the same amount on the person that you're buying for that they spent on you? The only way to find out what they bought you. And how do you do this, you ask yourself? Well, the answer is simplicity itself. Tear the house apart when everybody goes out. It's true, okay? I recommend that you start in the back bedroom closets. Get in there, rifle around, okay? If it's a woman who hid these presents, you know what you do then? You go to rooms where men never go. That's where they hide them. These rooms being the laundry room, the pantry, the kitchen. This is excluding the fridge, naturally. And if you think you're really brave enough to it, look under the kitchen sink. Okay, now what happens if you find a present and it's unwrapped? Who's it for? You don't know. Okay. Maybe it's a gift that you kind of asked for. It might be something you would want. It's probably yours. You know, because adults have that way of really never grasping the proper present that you wanted, you know? Like for instance, like you wanted a CD player, but you get like a one-slice toaster. You know? Adults, you know. Or a particularly ugly costume kind of thing, you know, like a shirt that's got like really puffy sleeves on it, you know, or a sweater with no sleeves. You know, that's yours. New level problem. Okay, what happens if you find a gift and it's wrapped? Okay, now, what I've done is I've brought along an example. This is a gift that my Uncle Red will be giving me this Christmas. So, what you do is you gotta get yourself in like a Zen-like state, right, to figure it out. So you go. How much is it worth? And once you're in that state, you ask yourself a series of questions. Can I see through the paper? No. Okay. Well, one of the seams lift up and I could just peek in. Oh, why is the tape so loose? Why does this paper tear so easily? Do I hear someone pulling up in the driveway? Am I a dead man?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you find
No.
a gift?
No.
You didn't find a gift in here?
No.
It was wrapped in this kind of paper.
Nope.
Well, if you do find it, put it back under the tree, okay? It's for Bernice. She always peeks at the stuff that I get her, but I pulled a little trick this year. I put your name on the tag. Christmas is a great family time, isn't it? Really brings relatives together. What a shame that nobody gets on your nerves faster than your loved ones. Somebody says the wrong thing or looks at somebody the wrong way. Next thing you know, everybody's going home with an eye socket full of mashed potatoes. You know the best way to avoid that? Get yourself a project that gets you out of the house. You know, a handyman's Christmas special. How about making a 1-horse open sleigh from a 100-horse open K? K car, that is. You know, the open sleigh really was the pioneer version of the convertible. So the first step is to get the roof right off the unit. Actually, I did that using my garage door. It's not really as hard as it looks to do that. What you do is you just come driving out of the garage and accidentally sit on the remote down the door. It just peels it right off clean, but don't forget to duck. All right, now we're gonna put an old-fashioned high open sleigh driver's seat into this unit. So what I gotta do is, first of all, get the old seat out of there. There we go, and looks like some of the floor come up with the seat there. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because we can see right down through the floor when we're driving. That's always handy. And you know, if you run over somebody, you get a chance to apologize to them as they go by the hole. We don't actually have any antique sleigh seats, but we do have a lot of tall bar stools. The trick is finding an empty one, especially this time of year. So I'm gonna stick the stool behind the hole, and I'm gonna snug her down there with the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape. I'll tell you the problem though, in the cold weather, the duct tape just doesn't stick very well, but here's a trick I learned from my friends up in Yellowknife. What you do is you keep the duct tape inside your clothes, next to your skin, and your body heat keeps it sticky. So, awesome, man. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no. What the heck is that? There, that's perfect. took me a little while to find the duct tape because I forgot I had changed my underwear. You know, the K-car was never actually built for speed, but even this unit has a few more ponies than we need under the hood for our sleigh. What we want is just to have a one-horse unit, so I think I'm going to have to unharness a few. We want a one-horse, one-cylinder, open sleigh. Gosh, I hope I'm using one of the cylinders that still works. Of course, the kids are going to be bugging, you know, where's the horse, where's the horse? And rather than make up some dumb, politically correct story about some Christmas horse that goes off to university to avoid a life of manual labor, instead of that, we're going to make a horse out of what's left of the roof. Should be a snap to cut a horse shape out of that. Well, this turned out great. Look at this thing. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, man, that's fantastic. You know, if I'd set the torch a little hotter, I could have cut out 2 horses. You know, kids have great imaginations, don't they? You know, they see castles in clouds, they see faces in turnips. They'll see a horse in that. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a groove into the hood of the K-car so that I can mount the horse in there good and solid. And these are obviously the reins here, which I'm going to use to steer the unit. I got them running through the steering wheel, so when I want to turn, I just pull on the rein and the steering wheel. It won't be a sharp turn, but I'm guessing people will get out of the way. All right, now, what I've done is I've cranked the idling way up on her there, so I don't have to go near the gas pedal at all. And I'm going to use a riding crop to change gears. Well, it's not a real riding crop. This is a radio aerial, but it's a power unit. Look at this. Huh? Is that beautiful? Actually, I wanted a real riding crop. I went into the store. I says to the guy, "Are the crops in?" Wouldn't even serve me. All right, so, I want to say one other feature I've added to this thing. I added a couple of those fake polyfoam, polystyrene plastic candy canes. Got them hanging down by the wheels that look like runners, huh? Of course, now those are just fake runners, you know, because right now we're mainly going for looks. And I bet we get a few. So remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. On Donner, on Blitzen, on Aries. Now we're counting down the days until Christmas, and Ranger Gord here. Ranger Gord, I understand that when you were up in the Fire Watchtower there for 18 years, you used to make the Advent calendars with the little tabs and the chocolates inside them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, not chocolate inside, but treats nonetheless. Forest treats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, treats other creatures had dropped in the woods. You know, folks, I didn't just do the 25 days before Christmas. I did the entire year, 388 days.
No, bro, there's only 365 days in a year.
365.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah. All right, well, that would explain why after a couple of years it was hot and sunny at Christmas and cold and snowy in July.
Well, that would explain part of it.
Well, anyways, folks, now that I'm back in civilization, I've developed a foolproof, extremely simple way of counting down the days before Christmas that make all other ways seem extremely complex by comparison. Now, all my method involves is a simple permanent marker, a simple calendar, and a simple bowl filled with broken pieces of spaghetti and metal shavings filled to the brim with hot, boiling water and stirred very rapidly until it makes a strange noise. You know what? Let's forget about the bowl right now because it's not that important. Oh, God. Okay. All right, well, here's my method. You simply take the permanent marker and you cross out all the days between now and Christmas, okay? You with me so far? Okay. Then you take the eraser and you erase the days as they pass. you probably have noticed, a permanent marker is extremely difficult to get out. So you have to rub very vigorously.
All right. So now after you've ripped the calendar, then what?
Great. Well, after you've ripped the calendar, you decide that you're going to rip out the date instead of using the eraser on the permanent marker. Simple, okay? Okay. All right, now that you've ripped out most of the dates and you've exposed most of January underneath, which, really confuses and frustrates you, you take out your matches and set the calendar on fire. Okay, well, you get the idea. Have some fun, okay? And remember, only 422 more shopping days till Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And I and my retainer and Uncle Red and his cat had just crashed on some couches for a post-turkey nap.
When out on the lawn, there arose such a smell, I dashed to the window to see what the heck.
Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, which fell off and went smash. Sorry.
The moon on the crest of the new fallen snow couldn't hide where the septics had all overflowed. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a minivan full of women and beer. With a driver in vinyl and artificial fleece, I knew in a flash it was my wife, Bernice. I'll talk to you older guys about telling the truth. The truth about Santa. 'Cause some naive kid is going to say to you, should I believe in Santa? Well, you gotta look him straight in the eye and say, yes, Harold. Of course you believe in Santa. What's not to believe? Santa's a pretty average, normal guy. Spends 99% of his time squirreled away in his workshop, making stuff that's only good enough to give away. I know lots of guys like that. He's got these little helpers that do all the work. We all have those. And then every Christmas, he loads up way too many gifts and drives all over Kingdom Come delivering them. That sound familiar to you at all? And everywhere he goes, he expects some snacks and a drink. So do I. And when it comes to the choice of doing things the easy way or the hard way, he chooses the hard way every time. Door versus chimney, need I say more? Hey, he's just one of us, eh? Plus, he's fat, he's balding, he wears red long underwear. That sounds like half the lodge to me. So when a kid asks you if there's a Santa Claus, say, heck yeah, there's probably a couple in your own family. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. Joining me today, we got Edgar Montrose. Merry Christmas, Edgar. Yeah. So, what do you got for us today?
That's right, usually at this time of year. Well, first off, I have a gift for you, Red.
Sure.
It's a little something I call a Christmas cracker.
Yeah.
My own idea.
Oh, no. Edgar, no offense, but, lots of people have had crackers.
Yes, but do they use the mercury detonator?
That's all you. Yeah.
No, Red, I'm here because my snow cannon isn't working.
Snow cannon, boy, that sounds cute. How does that work?
Well, normally when you push down here, it sends snow out and sprinkles across the yard. Oh, gee, thanks, Red. That's a good repair. What did you do?
I made a little adjustment. It's all right now.
Well, by golly, if there's anything I can do to return the favor.
Oh, as a matter of fact, yeah, you could. I got to decorate the tree here. I got to decorate the tree, and that's a long job. Could you help me out with that, Edgar?
Well, you're in luck, because today I got my howitzer holiday special with me.
Howitzer holiday special? That sounds interesting.
Boy, this baby can tinsel a tree faster than you can call 911. You just load it up with some tin foil. You take aim. And you fire.
Christmas is a Yule log. Well, it used to be, anyway. Guys would chop down the biggest tree they could find, haul it home, and burn it all through Christmas. That was okay if you had a fireplace the size of a Buick. But a real safety hazard if you converted to natural gas, I'll tell you. Today, of course, a Yule log is a nice cream roll filled with candied fruit. But you tamp that sucker down on top of the 5 pounds of turkey, stuffing, potatoes, and gravy you ate, and you'll definitely get a burn that'll last through Christmas. Plus, you might not have a choice about converting to natural gas. Just don't stand too close to the fireplace.
Oh, hello, boys and girls. I'd like to share with you today a brand new Christmas tradition. Now, this is an ancient Christmas story that I wrote just a few days ago. Now, you've probably never been to a fire watchtower like I've been for the last 18 years. So you don't know what it's like to wake up Christmas morning, alone, all excited, and then run downstairs to unwrap your laundry and find out most of it's not for you. Year after year. Anyway, here's the story. Are you ready? Once upon a time, well, about 246 days ago, really, there was a tall rodent named Gord who had a Christmas wish not to be hit by lightning. It had happened so many Christmases before. Gord would be celebrating Christmas and would be right in the middle of the second verse of Jingle Bell Rock when zing, like a lightning bolt, came a lightning bolt. It didn't stay long, but it always ruined his Christmas. It singed Gord's eyelashes and forced him to spend Boxing Day with the smell of burnt hair. How Gord prayed this year would be different. Day in and day out, this slender and in many ways attractive rodent Gord would stand atop his tower eating nothing but canned cream corn and slow-moving insects as he waited for Christmas to arrive. Finally, right after Christmas Eve, it arrived. The wind came up and the storm began. But this time, little Gord was not hit by lightning. Instead, he was hit by his own tower. Like so many of us, he was downsized. Head first, too. Merry Christmas.
Hey, on the expert portion of the show this week, joining us is Mr. Dalton Humphrey from the Humphrey Everything Store. Okay, and our letter goes as follows. Dear experts,
La la la.
it's Christmas time once again. Every year we hear about how Christmas has become too commercial and that we have lost sight of its true meaning. Could you tell me the best way to celebrate Christmas in order to remain true to what it's really all about?
Okay, now-
Signed, Bewildered.
You know, this one's mine. Sorry to jump in there, but you know,
Okay.
this is something that I'm actually qualified to offer an opinion on.
Well, boy, here's a first.
You hate Christmas, Mr. Humphrey. What makes you an expert?
Well, Harold, you know, every year I try and come up with an excuse to avoid celebrating the darn thing, you know, and I've learned an awful lot about the traditions, more than most people, you know, and I'm telling you, some of the truths behind the things we do to celebrate Christmas, that would curl your hair red.
Wherever that is now.
Hey. I saw it. So you've been going through all the traditions of Christmas and looking for a loophole, eh, Dalton?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now take your tree, for instance.
Yeah.
We will have no tree in our house this year. Wow. And I've got a good reason for it.
Yeah, it's the sheer waste of trees and the land they're growing on, huh?
Worse than that, Harold. You know, the tradition of decorating the pine tree didn't start in the Bible, my naive young friend. No. It was with the ancient Druids. Yes, those egg-toting, Stonehenge-building, tree-worshipping pagans!
Well,
So no tree?
No! There was no Scotch pine. There was no extruded aluminum tree at the manger. At least in my Holiday Inn Gideon, wasn't in there.
So, how's this whole theory sitting with the rest of the Humphrey clan?
Well, now, I'm expecting there's going to be some minor resistance to overcome, but, you know, I believe that common sense will prevail. When I explained to them, I'm just trying to protect them from participating in pre-Christian voodoo. You know, pagan rituals at our house. You know, a little red fat man in a suit. I mean, mutant reindeers with radioactive noses. You know, those people didn't have stockings. We don't need stocking stuffers.
You know, Dalton, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think you finally have all four wheels off the road.
No. Now, listen to this, Fred. Did you know that the tradition of hanging mistletoe goes back to the ancient Druids, too?
Are you sure, Mr. Humphrey?
As sure as I am that Greek music starts fast and slows down and speeds up again. That's right. We will be celebrating the true elements of the original Christmas in our house. Big turkey dinner with all the trimmings, and that's it.
Well, you might want to keep some of that mistletoe around. You're not celebrating or buying anybody gifts. You can kiss your marriage goodbye.
Christmas is no surprises. You know the toys will be opened by 7, causing fights by 9, and broken by 10. You know the kids will be cranky by noon, the in-laws will arrive by 2, and you'll be hiding in the basement by 2:30. You know you'll get 15 minutes of peace on earth before your brother-in-law finds you sulking behind the furnace. You know you'll have dinner at 4 p.m. when no one's hungry, but they'll all still eat like a chain gang on a day pass. And you know by 10 you'll be reeking of Christmas cheer, shouting at the cops as you try to explain the gunshot holes in your neighbor's lawn ornaments.
Bruce and Rothschild here from Rothschild Sewage and Septic Sucking Services, where our new motto is, whatever you call it, all up and haul it. Yeah, that officially replaces our old motto, we do it all, so you can too. You know, with the holidays upon us, I'd just like to take some time to remind you that the gift you give a kid is so important. It's almost as important as the stuff other people give you. You know, I'll never forget when I was 7 at Christmas time. I got 3 gifts. A toy rattle, a toy car, and a shovel. Now, the rattle was given to me by my Aunt Deirdre. You know, I'll never really understand what a person is doing giving a rattle to a 7-year-old. You know I was short for my age, but I mean, geez, I had a full rack of teeth and I could belch louder than my dad, eh? But in fairness to Deirdre, I mean, I don't think she really knew how old I was anyway. I know she lived way out of town and she was on this special medication that she'd make from potatoes. Weird. Now, the toy car was given to me by my friend next door, eh? And I really liked it at first, but after a month or so, I just kind of stopped playing with it and decided to go back to school. The best gift of all was this shovel my parents gave me. Yeah, I used to dig and dig for hours with this shovel. Until finally they kicked me out into the backyard, eh? And that's where I found out what a septic system's all about, eh? And what happened to our dog, Lucky. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, when you're getting a gift for a kid, don't get him something that suited him yesterday. Don't even get him something that'll suit him today. Get him something that'll suit him for tomorrow. Thanks, Dad. Because you know something? Every time I hear that final when I'm pumping out a tank, I think of you.
One old lady had a mouth drawn up like a bow, and the hair on her mole was as white as the snow.
Another was hammered, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when she belched in spite of myself.
They spoke a few words and went straight to the kitchen. Well, the guy started waking up, scratching and itching.
They brought turkey and sausages, kippers and trout.
They said, have fun, boys, because tonight it's ladies' night out.
They sprang to the magic wagon till the horn gave a honk. And away they putt-puttered to go out and get stonked.
And I heard them exclaim ere they drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all.
Be home early tonight. Something a little bit special for this show, a Christmas adventure with Bill. Yeah, Bill, how you doing? What's the problem, huh? Oh, he's got the car parked on the snowshoe. Why don't you just move the car, Bill? I'll move the car. What you got now? No, don't lift that. No, just move. That's easy. Just move it. Bill always wants to do things the hard way. Yeah, that's good, Bill. All right, what we're out to do, actually, is get ourselves a Christmas tree. So a big one, a big tree for the lodge there. These trees are, and that's what the toboggan's all about. Gonna haul her home there and, oh no, Bill, that one's, no, that's too big. That's too big. We'll never get that. You're standing up in the lodge. That's what you, all right there, Bill. It's a little bit of a grab. This is gonna be a long day, I think. What's he got? Oh, he's got an axe in his pants, which I guess is better than having an accident in your pants. He's got two. Oh my golly, that's not. Size matters, right, Bill? Bill, go team. The axe incoming. Oh. Gosh. You know, that could have hurt. So, Bill, you almost killed me. Just thought you should know. I accept your apology. Oh, he's got an idea, and so do I. No, in front of the cameras. And Jack climbed and climbed while his mother wondered what he'd done with the money. And up he goes to see the giant. No, that's another adventure. There you go, Bill. Right up to the top there. Trunk's getting a little thin at this point. And Bill certainly isn't. There you go. Well, you're way up there. Hang on. And I just rock it. Maybe you'll snap it off of the trunk or something, Bill. Or just take slow ice. Look at this, kid. See how you can use your balance to moving the weight and keeping the tree. And I don't think Bill is actually all that balanced, no matter what we do. Smoke. Tree curl right around the upside down there. Oh, there's your tree. That won't take long to decorate. Yeah, Bill. Have yourself a great Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to talk to you parents about Christmas. The kids really look up to you to make Christmas a special time. And I mean that in a good way. Christmas can be upsetting to the kids. For example, you dads out there, don't come home on Christmas Eve in the back of a squad car. Christmas is a time of family and love. If you can't afford presents for the kids, they'll understand. Don't go out in the garage and fire off a shotgun and then try to convince the kids that Santa committed suicide. And don't give them a bike you stole from the kid across the street. You gotta just be together at Christmas and try not to get on each other's nerves. Maybe avoid sensitive topics like politics and religion and who owes who money. And even if you're not having a fancy Christmas dinner, you can at least take the pizza out of the box. And dress up festive. Maybe put a shirt on and put some pants on. That's a gift that keeps on giving. You gotta take this special day to be with your family and your friends and let them know how much you care. Talk to them. Find out about their lives. Really share. What do you got to lose? There's nothing good on television till Boxing Day. Think about it.
Christmas is a time to slow down a little. A time to sit down and think back over the year and assess your accomplishments. You may realize that you've accomplished diddly squat, and a year of your life is gone forever, and what the heck were you thinking? In that case, focus on what others have accomplished and feel good for them. Think about people who've done really impressive things over the last year. People who didn't waste a year of their... Okay, you know what? I know. Sit down and watch a lot of Christmas specials on television and don't think at all. The same ones you watched last year and the year before. And bask in the warm glow of knowing Charlie Brown and Frosty the Snowman and the Grinch Who Stole Christmas didn't do anything new either. Joining me today, we got Dalton Humphrey, or maybe I should say Dalton Tannenbaum. You here for Christmas or Halloween, Dalton?
Well, you know, Red, I thought maybe today we could repair these Christmas lights.
Christmas lights? I didn't think you were celebrating Christmas. Didn't you just tell us it was a pagan ritual and you weren't going to have any part of it, eh? What made you change your mind?
My wife, Anne-Marie.
All right, yeah. So how'd you get all tangled up like this, Dalton?
Well, you know, I didn't want to get out the step ladder for just a little job like this, so I got out the kitchen chairs and a couple of phone books, and I was up there with the stapler putting on the lights, and of course then the yellow pages slip out, and I fall off, and I roll over and over and over down the hill in front of my house.
Dalton, phone books and kitchen chairs. You're asking for trouble. It's got to be encyclopedias and end tables. Yeah, I know you sell antiques, but these babies are prehistoric.
Well, come on now. You only use these a week out of the year. Why would you want to spend money on something you hardly use?
Feel that way about combs, do you? These lights work, Dalton?
Well, you know, they when I tested them before I tried to hang them up, you know, nothing.
Oh, man, you know, these are the old kind. Like, one goes out, none of them work.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you're saying it's impossible. Yeah, I'll just tell Anne-Marie Red Green says no Christmas lights this year. Yep, the king of the handyman can't save a family's Christmas. What?
Come on over here. I got an extension cord. Oh. All right, stand still.
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
All right.
Oh, geez, Rick. I'm getting shocked. Thousands of little fingers tickling me all over my body. Stop.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Dalton.
No, it's okay. I don't mind. Whoa.
Is there any part of your body that's not tingling?
My left knee. My left knee.
Well, that'll be the treble bulb. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Boy, you know what? I'm getting some ideas here. I don't think we need a tree this year. You know, around Christmas time, people like to put a display of some kind out on their lawn. Usually it's got the colored lights on it, or maybe Santa on his sleigh or something. But you know what? I prefer something that reflects the true meaning of Christmas. Keep it cheap. I'm thinking get a bunch of appliances and make yourself a nativity scene. Stove here, that would be the Virgin Mary. Get one from a priest for obvious reasons. And then the fridge, of course, that's Joseph, kind of tall and quiet and cool. And get yourself 3 computers. That's your wise men. And look at this. They even got the little drummer boy. Oh, and here's an extra bonus. A shepherd. You know, we got a lot of kids watching this Christmas special because your parents are sitting right there and you can't zap over to the crap on that rock video station, can you? So, Harold and I thought we'd give you kids a tip.
Yeah, you know, like, okay, you look under the Christmas tree and there's some early presents there and they got tags with your names on it. You can't help but grab them and shake them and find out what's in them, right? Right? Uncle Red, would you grab me a gift?
Yeah, sure.
You know, you can tell a lot by the weight of these gifts, you know, because you can find out if it's solid, you know, or if it moves around in the box.
Yeah, this one's kind of, I'd say, average weight, but it's pretty solid, so it's not going to shake around too much, and mainly it's not closed. That's the good part.
Real important test, though, is the shaking test. You got to really shake it sometimes. Yeah, because it helps you decide whether it's liquid or it's a solid or perhaps there's 2 gifts in there. But don't be afraid to shake it. Really give her a go when you're shaking it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's how you learn. this gift is made of glass, and there's some assembly required.
I forgot to mention, when shaking any gift, always get a grip.
That would be a dream come true for me, Harold.
Yeah, very much. Well, this particular gift, the next one, it doesn't feel as heavy. No, the edges seem soft. It's definitely liquid filled. But now the shake test. Oh, this will determine all.
Important. Never shake a gift that's breathing. Right.
He's a killer! He's a killer! He's a killer, I tell ya!
Yeah, he's a...
Hello, everyone. I'm Dalton Humphrey, and right next to me is Ranger Gord, and we have some advice for the Christmas season. Now, my advice will be mostly focused on saving money, whereas Gord's advice here won't be likely focused on anything at all.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ranger Gord. Standing next to me is Dalton Humphrey. Now, we're going to have some advice.
Gord, see, I've already done the introductions. Don't need to do them 2 times.
Good idea.
So,
save some time.
yes, and we don't have a lot of time, so let's move right along. And what we have here is a typical...
Dalton?
Yes?
You go ahead. I'll go second.
Thank you very much, Gord. Yes, what we have here is a typical gift wrapped in a typical Christmas fashion for a typical kid.
Weird.
No, it's typical. It's not weird. There's nothing weird about this. It's just,
No, I was talking about your hair. Carry on.
Yes, thank you. Now, the point I would like to make is I would like to portray a typical kid ripping into a typical Christmas gift on Christmas morning. And this is the way it might go, something like this. Oh, boy, is this for me? Is this for me? I can't wait! I can't wait! I gotta get this over! Oh, boy, look what Santa brought me! Look what Santa brought me! Wow, this is fantastic! Look what I got! Wow! Look at that! Wow!
Wow. Yeah, really cut loose there, Dalton.
Well, you know what? Come to think of it, I sure did. I've never opened a gift that way before. Boy, it really took me back to the way I used to feel as a kid. Well, actually, I never really did feel like I was like that when I was a kid, because my dad said if I did, I'd grow up funny, but, yeah.
Is your dad still alive?
Probably. My point is this. What a waste of wrapping paper. Now, what we have to do is teach our children how to do this. How to take the tape off the paper so that we save it and be able to use it year after year. This is the way my father taught me. Place your finger under the lip of the gift.
Dalton, before you go on there, let me just add something to your last point, if I might. Folks, if you happen to get a goldfish for Christmas, and the goldfish dies, you can flush it. But if you get a poinsettia, and the poinsettia dies, don't flush it, okay? Bad mistake. Thank you.
Gord, that doesn't add to my point. That doesn't add to any point. Now listen, see, it's not your turn yet, because I'm not finished. So when it is your turn, then you can give your safety tip, okay? All right.
No, it's okay. I've already done it. Thank you. I'm done.
Okay. The point...
Well, that's all the time we have. Good night, everybody.
No, wait, stop! What was the point of me bringing this stuff? It's a waste! It's a waste!
Well, here, I'll flush it for you.
No! No!
Christmas is the sound of bells. Bells on the children's mittens as they throw snowballs at senior citizens. Bells in the church steeple that make you feel even more guilty than usual. Bells on the little brown pony as they tow it in for service. Bells on the street corners from charities prying loose change out of tight fists. Bells on your door that ring when unexpected guests bring unexpected gifts and unexpected appetites. Bells on the police dogs as they search my car. Bells on the striptease dancer as she gives Harold a Christmas to remember. Bells on the ambulance that comes to get him. Bells from the kitchen saying, "Come and get it," And will I be there? Oh, yeah, with bells on. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Huh? That's pretty much it for our Christmas special. We hope you enjoyed it, or some of it, or at least didn't get hurt, or didn't get hurt bad anyway.
I also want to remind people that Christmas is a time of peace and forgiveness. A time to forget about all your petty differences with people and be kind to those who are hurtful to you all year long. A time to open up your heart and express an element of hope and through a gesture of generosity of spirit. And with that in mind, Uncle Red, I've got you a gift.
Oh, well. Thank you, Harold.
You're welcome. Appreciate it. It's okay.
Wait a minute. I seem to have something here in my pocket. Oh, by golly, it's a gift of some kind, I think, Harold. I wonder who this is for, huh? What does it say on the tag there?
No refund without sales slip.
No. The other side. What does that say?
Oh, to Harold from Uncle Red.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. My golly, this is...
You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is?
No.
It's an electronic organizer. It's really cool. It's like an electric computer, you know? You put all your messages and phone numbers and stuff in there and it electronically reminds you.
That's great, Harold. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome very much.
You know what it is?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harold.